Alright, we've made it to the annex. I just have to get to level 3. We have to find the Founder's Terminal. Decontamination automation out of order. Manual entry of chemical formula required. Uh-oh. EL9 detected. Unable to administer disinfector EL9. What is EL9? And why do I have it? Main wing, chemical lab, solace, cistern, and mess hall. Not a great sign. Dead body with growth going towards light. Yeah, there's a good chance the big monster's in here. Time frame. Day 1, headaches, eye strain. Day 5, insomnia. Day 7, cognitive decline. Day 30, breathing difficulties. Day 45, dehydration. Day 60, death. Day 61, fruiting bodies. Gross. Alright. So we're probably in the early stages. Headaches, sinus pressure, ice pick headaches, tinnitus, fullness in ears, photophobia, blurry vision, floaters, some instances of subconjunctival hemorrhage, trouble sleeping, sleep paralysis, disturbances during hypnagogic or hypnopompic states, high cortisol levels. Cognitive decline, visual manifestations, visual and auditory hallucinations, confusion, brain fog, dissociative memory loss. Oh, John was pretty infected then. What about fruiting bodies? Development of a fungal growth on the back of tongue observed during algar modus. Positive cryptococcal test. So it starts out from the mouth, and then obviously the rest of the body? Are these the suits that they wore? Or is this a body bag? I have to imagine that whatever entity A is just a person who's been infected but survived. Like it mutated in them instead. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of this gross stuff everywhere. From Paul Vargas, engineering technician, to Kenneth Murphy, lead engineer. Hi, Ken. The automated sensor in decontamination is malfunctioning. It can identify contaminants, but it can't communicate the chemical formula necessary to sanitize. Until I can get it fixed, we can work around it by manually entering in the chemical formula. I'll put up a sign to inform the rest of the crew that use the main control lab. Diary. Woke up in the past again, missing chunks of time. I feel like I need to be somewhere. It's like waking up from a dream I can't remember. And that voice, my voice, together. Hey, I'm having dreams that talk about togetherness. That's concerning. It's the infection talking in my brain.
We came so far. Further than anyone would have expected. This place is proof of our will, our perseverance, our vision. Soon the canal will speak.
I don't know if it wasn't speaking to you before. Maybe that's concerning. Whose MRI is this? It was long before the fall of things, right? Like, this place lasted a good couple of years before everybody started to die. They just had people missing at first. Is this a sewage room? I don't like that there's blood here by the looks of it. Maybe. I mean, at least it doesn't show up on the black light, I suppose. Overflow is at 100% capacity. Cistern is at 100% capacity. Alright, we'll fuck with that. We'll get it better. It seems like a safe spot for me, though. An area for me to crawl to when things go bad here. Inevitably. Whoa. I think everybody here got super infected. But did they die from the infection, or did something else kill them and then the fungus took over? Maria's terminal. Alright, we need Maria's user ID. Gotta take especially close attention of any card-looking items. Medical evaluation. Patient, Henry Becker, lead physicist. Tether partner, Matthew Gerard, physicist. Summary. Male 51, lead physicist, general appearance, poorly. Patient has a prominent cough and breathing issues. He is experiencing tightness in his chest, which he says started after our presence visited him yesterday. He also complains of ice pick headaches, floaters and visions, and sensitivity to light, which he has been experiencing for about a month. Communicated concern to Judith Weber, psychologist, regarding Becker's comments about a presence, and submitted a referral for examination after patient recovers from physical symptoms. Becker has been isolated and prescribed salbutamol for asthma symptoms. His primary and secondary radiations will be reassigned until further notice. And that was October 1978. Does this... it kind of has some light. Huh. I didn't realize that. It's just super soft. Maybe Maria is the body in that other room? Okay. I don't have my user, or well, a user ID for that. I don't think. That's fucked up! That was super fucked up. That was unnecessary. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm deeply unhappy. Jesus Christ. I mean, hey, further confirmation the monster's here, I suppose. I discovered something in the arbor. It is a large animal that does not appear to be alive. I think this is what some of the others saw. You must go and see. Then we need to get to the main control lab. I went back to the arbor to save as much of the fluids from the dissection as possible, but I had to let most of it soak into the soil. I wish circumstances were more jovial, but I am grateful to be able to share this moment with you, Maria. This is an absolute marvel, a native being of the moon. Precaution protocol. Hello, team. There is a potential illness going around. Until we know more, STIP is in effect. Report at the first sign of any symptoms, isolate if feeling ill, wipe down surfaces frequently, wear provided masks. Until the lab for cultures, or rather, visit the lab for cultures to be taken. One of us doctors will always be at the main control lab, so stop by at any time. A sleeping area will be set up in a designated isolation zone, and your meals will be delivered for the length of your isolation period. Chem will be conducting recurring surface swabs and used air filter testing. Bio will handle pre-incinerator wastewater analysis. Engineering will be replacing all air filters with high-efficiency particulate air filters over the next 48 hours. Reach out to the medical team with any questions. Here's my question. What's this EXE do? I guess it just opens doors. Sure. Is this... Ah, fuck me. This is just the area we came in through. I've been baited. Okay, actually we haven't been in this room. Woo! Yo! It saw me while I was in the lowest fucking lean crouch thing I could get to. Are you serious? That's so bad. What a worthless ability. What the fuck? I gotta process that for a second. I was thinking, while that thing was coming up, I was like, I wonder what kind of lean this is. Because you have some games where like the lean is hyper super useful. Like you can fucking literally stare at an enemy right around the corner, right here, and they don't notice you. That wasn't the case here. That fucker instantly saw me crouching in the dark. Not even crouching, this is laying on the floor. There isn't even a point in looking at that point. It's better to hide in the dark. I think it's safe to assume it's always gonna see me. If it's facing in my direction, I'm better to just hide around corners like we were before. Okay, but I gotta get back to that terminal. Terrain biomarkers detected. More details soon. I can't wait for the radiocarbon results. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep thinking about what types of ancient life could have left these biomarkers or assemblages in these samples. And from how long ago? As excited as I am, it doesn't feel right celebrating this without Edith. Well, don't fucking worry. I don't think Edith ever really left. I'm suspecting that these entities are the people who went missing. Proteinogenic amino acids. After everything, it has all been worth it. This is momentous. Life, right here, right now, with us on the moon. Maybe the canal harbors a more hospitable environment for certain organic material. After I get the next experiments I logged and prep tomorrow, I need to talk with Barbara. And this was throughout the year of 1978, from January to August. What I'm experiencing does not fill me with confidence. The loss of time, the hallucinations, and yet I embrace it. I embrace the process. I hear it now. The canal is our only way to go on together. I think the fungus just really likes to take people over and have them all die together to feast on their bones. Nothing useful in here. I think it's a bit sad that when I want to change modes, I have to be standing up. I think I would be totally capable of using both hands while crouching. Thank you very much, game. What? I might have to snap a picture. Where is it wandering off to? Solace. I think that's a door right there. This is a cute little food area. A cozy little nook. Feels like we're really one family. Where the hell does this go? Okay, alright. This is kind of a hallway of safety. Successful EL9 solution. Base active Cu2 plus active 2 stabilizer. Alright. Oh god. Am I gonna have to figure out the chemical solution myself? Oh no. Oh god, there's so much information here. Oh no. Listen, I wasn't very good at chemistry. I'm scared of this. Let's save real quick. Oh, you know what? I just realized there's a copyright thing down here, which gives us a better idea of how far we are in the timeline. So we're at least in the 90s, not the 80s. We're at least in 1996 to 1997. So it's been well over a decade since all these people died here on the moon. And this thing that's just wandering around has just spent 10 years doing nothing, basically. Awful existence. Okay. Let me pull out the pen again. Okay. EL9. Solution. Active 01 is Cu2 plus Alright. I don't know what half that means. Choosing a base for EL9. Water. Water content improves penetration into porous surfaces. Water alone doesn't work for copper or hydrogen peroxide. Alcohol. This is a very effective base. Helps dissolve cell membranes, making pathogens more vulnerable to copper and peroxide. Propylene glycol. Risk of residue. Keeps citric acid from clumping or separating. It keeps copper ions suspended and spread out evenly. Can degrade hydrogen peroxide. Ethanol. Compatible with EDTA, doesn't assist copper ions, no big advantage over IPA. So it's probably going to be IPA or propylene glycol, because I'm pretty sure Cu2, that's copper. Active compounds for EL9. Unstable if exposed to strong acids or too much chloride. Best in mildly acidic environments. And then we also have to find out the second active on this. Son of a gun. Reminder to source new sample for EL9, testing from the cistern. Can I actually do that? I would happily do the science part of it. Rather than the working backwards part of it. Are these the same list? Chemical pH levels? Yeah, okay. Let me out. Throw me at the monster. Maybe the monster can solve this problem. What does the task have to say about this? Looks like the chemical laboratory contains all the information equipment needed to compile an EL9 disinfectant. Once compiled, it should automatically filter over to the main control laboratory for decontamination. You say that it has all the information and stuff, but does it really? Hey, I just realized all of our other database stuff is missing from the first part of the game. Intriguing. So can I access any of this? I don't know where I'm supposed to compile this information. Oh. Ew. Ah, here we go. Okay. Oh boy. So the successful EL9 solution... We know one part is copper ions. Fuck. So I gotta figure out the base, the active 2, and the stabilizer. So anything that's good with copper. So maybe the sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate. And then the base. IPA. Which I guess is alcohol. What about the other active? Silver or hydrogen peroxide? Test. Yep, that didn't work out. Effectiveness, 75%. But we got really close. I think that means it's literally just one thing is off. Though I don't know which one that will be. Let's try... Let's try silver. Actually, nah, that's not going to work. It already had silver on the test result when we came up on here. Yeah, that made it worse. Okay, so that at least confirms hydrogen peroxide worked. And we know copper will work, so it's got to be either the base or the stabilizer messed up. Ah! That looks like we killed it, whatever EL9 is. Compound is 100% effective. Formally assigned a decontamination chamber. Main control lab is accessible. Nice. Now I just gotta sneak past the monster. That wasn't that bad. And you know what? We got to figure out the puzzle in a dramatically safer environment than the last puzzle. So I approve. I approve. That was a solid, easy enough puzzle. I enjoyed it. What are you doing, Buttman? What are you doing out here? Go away. Why are you crouching in front of my vent? I'm the vent dweller. I'm just fucking with it. Well, if I could shoot, I'd shoot out your toes. I know this isn't like actually a real, like a gun. It'd be more like shooting I'm tasing your foot. It crouched. It crouched in front of the vent. That's horrifying. Where'd it go? Oh. Whoa. They try to contain it in here or something? What the fuck? Back in this area. Can I crawl under this? Fuck, okay. It tempted me. It called me. Dude, is it walking around in the main control area? That'd be so fucked up. Especially since I feel like it should be basically made out of EL9. Disinfected, just in time to be reinfected. What the fuck happened here?
Such sorrow in her eyes. she must have been. I'm here now.
Okay. That didn't help me. But we've got other information here. Unidentified remains of an unknown animal. General appearance: large animal, deceased, pale, flesh, hairless. The vertebrate animal looks to be of the Mammalia class with 10 limbs. What? The neck measures 120 centimeters. Examination shows an apple lodged within the long throat, which is probably the cause of death. The digestive system consists of one stomach with 4 compartments. No apple is found in any of the compartments. Ovaries are present, but no evidence of a uterus or cervix. The mammary glands and internal sex organs suggest the animal is female, which also suggests the potential existence of a male mate. Notes: due to the size of the subject, a partial autopsy had to occur at the site of discovery in the arbor, with much of the subject remaining there. Transport of the rest of the subject to the lab has been scheduled for tomorrow. The arbor has been closed off for the time being. Report signature 1979, March 19th. So we need to head to the arbor to find out more. Is there an ID on this person? Ah, here we go. 5132 for William Davis. That's the founder! Damn, you really fucking just died in here, huh? What the fuck? You okay here, dude? Are you alive in there? Would you like an apple? I could shoot you in the head with electricity. I don't think it would do anything to you, but, you know. Maybe put you a little bit out of your misery. Five, 1, 3, 2, 5, 1, 3, 2. Yeah, it's gonna come out of the ground. It's right there. Oh, fuck, this was a dead end. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, dead ends everywhere. No, it's okay. You don't have to follow me over to the vent. I can find my own way. I think that just leads back to that decontamination lab. Oh no, it's the cistern. Alright. I think I have to put the code in over here-ish. Whoops. 5132. Because I'm going down the ladder. Jesus. Okay, I think we found where the entity spends most of its time or something. Wandering these halls, just shitting itself. Overflow area. Caution of flooding. Where the hell am I? There's more EL9 growing in the pipes. It's in the water. Maybe that's how it spread into the base. The other moon base. Just water contamination that happened to coincide with John. Nah. It probably just got on his suit. This does seem to be like a fungus. I'm gonna go. I feel like I'm gonna get attacked down here. Oh, it's gonna flood. It's gonna flood. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! Ah! Oh no! I got grabbed. I got fucking abducted in the darkness. Ew. How does this keep getting worse? What the fuck is that thing? Ugh. I'm going up. I was trying to go up in the first place. What the fuck? I don't even know what the hell's happening. Where the fuck is my cistern room? I'm so lost. Here we go. Overflow at 0%. Cistern is at 0%, which means, aha, I can go down here now. Saving, just in case. Back into the tunnels to find whatever that mother creature was. Maybe. The less time I spend in the underground of the underground, the better. Ooh, fancy. An ongoing cycle of actions and patterns. Ah, you know, like the start of the game. Routine. What do we got here? Canal incident / deceased person, August 29th, 1978. The incident occurred at the canal observation experiment at the canal. During setup, Matthew Gerard, physicist, went into a trance and walked into the canal. Henry Becker successfully retrieved Gerard via the tether connection. Gerard was in poor condition and had an emaciated appearance. He could not speak coherently and seemed confused. Back at the base, his condition worsened. He was put into a medically induced coma and given intravenous treatment for extreme dehydration. Approximately 12 hours later, Gerard went into cardiac arrest and died on the 29th of August, 1978 at 2025 LTC. Notes: a burial was held outside of the base for Gerard. Was his body put out there too? Whoa. Let's see. Patient Matthew Gerard, tether partner Henry Becker. General appearance: conscious, confused, or barely conscious, confused, gaunt, extremely dehydrated. Patient arrived in an emergency situation from the canal location. He could not speak clearly and had issues with breathing. His general appearance was alarming, almost as if he were void of moisture. Veins constricted, causing difficulties for IV insertion. Vitals were erratic, but stabilized after he administered sedation. Patient has been put into a medically induced coma and is being given fluids and medication intravenously. Judith Weber, psychologist, spoke with Gerard briefly before he was administered sodium thiopental for the MIC. A transcript has been requested. What did the founder have to say about this?
Whispers my name,
I see.
urging me forward. Okay. One final moment. One last glance upon her face before I leave.
Are you talking about the creepy sample? We got a lot here. Diary. March 20th, 1979, a magnificent mammalian species, a true being of the moon. She holds so much history in the layers of her mind. The other entity that Henry encountered is still here. I can feel sadness that is not my own. The others think they are hallucinations. They are mistaken. They are memories. I slept in the main control lab last night. When it was just me and her, she spoke to me. I know now. There is no place for us here, not in a conventional sense. The canal is the answer. Just a few of us left now. It won't be long until we are all together. It's time to join them. Before I go, I must look upon her one last time. I mean, he lived like 5 months in this place while everything was breaking down. Entity B recovery. I wish I could hide the mouse, but I have to be in the middle of the screen here. Oh, from when it died trying to eat one of the apples. How the fuck did that sneak into the base? Yeah, maybe learn to chew your food, ma'am. A second life form has been discovered, anatomically distinct from Entity A. Entity B was found by Maria Ivanov in the arbor and was already deceased upon discovery. Preliminary cause of death appears to be asphyxiation, likely resulting from choking on an apple, possibly due to incompatibility with human produce. I don't know, the way y'all made it sounded like she tried to literally swallow the entire apple. But maybe she did just choke on a singular one. Alright, hold on. There was also a security button on this. Oh, nice, the upgrade. Module updated. We'll see if this ends up helping us out inside of the actual base. But I guess now we gotta get back to the surface area. Oh boy. Let me double check. Because you have this door here. I would love to be able to just go through it, but it doesn't seem like it's an option. Alright. Oh, wait. Per the airlock ID log at 0237 LTC, Kenneth Murphy left the base on his own. On duty crew is sparse due to loss of life and current illness. No one saw Murphy leave, and he did not inform anyone of his plans. For safety reasons, the base is now on lockdown. Comms have been left on in the past in the event Murphy returns. I guess we'll go see if maybe Murphy's out there, or Edith, or whoever else. A lot of people have gone missing. Oh, no, not the visions.
Don't give up.
Not trying to. You're not helping, though, voice in my head. I know what you are. You're not gonna fool me. You're just a fungus, a moon fungus. You want to be spread. You want me to survive all this so I can get you to Earth or something, and then you can infest the entire planet. Unstoppable. Well, you can't. You can't do that. You can't have me. You can't have Earth. Let's see. Okay. I gotta get out of here. Not that way. Oi! Get the fuck out of the void! Thank you! I went the wrong way. Will it effectively follow me is the question. Look at dude across the room. Fuck, okay. It's still there? I think I just saw its leg. No, it's gone. Not in here, shoot. I'm so lost. I think I actually have to go run towards where the monster currently is. Okay, so we originally came through this way. We're gonna backtrack. Which means from here... I think we came from over this direction. Yo, I think it totally fucking teleported to try and catch me here. Back down. Get me out of here. Oh, alright. Now I just gotta get back to the other base across the moon surface. Oh yeah. Get me out of here. Hello, Mental Afro. Welcome to the moon. God, I hope I don't get attacked up here. They could just keep it serene. Everything's just nice and peaceful out here. You know, I said that being on the surface of the moon would be scary, but not really. This is nice. It's really just the worry of the monsters trying to eat me. Well, not even eat me, just kill me. Make me a host to space fungus. Oh, I mean, at least it's not like on fire or something. It looks pretty normal. I can see some greenery from like forests and stuff. It hasn't turned into a giant flying like pink fungus blob. So maybe all of this stuff is just stuck on the moon. And surely after more and more people continue to disappear, people will eventually go, yeah, something's not right up there. You know, maybe they come in a little bit more prepared. Maybe we can beam out some information. We have the solution to disinfect EL9, right? I don't remember it. It was like copper, hydrogen peroxide. Ooh, another chapter. Legacy. I think we heard this one already. All right. We have to go to echography. Prong 1. I don't remember where prong 1 is. There are quite a few different places for me to check out. We'll get imaging 1 open as well. Save. Okay. Actually, I guess I should get a refresher on my task. Alright. The status monitor instructs that actions need to be taken at the prong terminals. They are misaligned. And now that I have the interface module upgrade to level 3, I can return to the ward and access the restricted areas. I need to hurry. Do I, though? Give me full access. I need power. And this is a red room. Instructions: align subsurface imaging prongs to the designated contact point to perform the scan. Alright. Those are a little bit more spread out, but let's take a listen to this first.
This reality diverges from our expectations. The canal, the moon. It requires us, and we require it. Another contraction.
Is the moon pregnant? Do I have to be concerned about that? Have we been feeding the moon bodies to birth a new cosmic horror entity? Here's prong 2, and I assume prong 1's probably nearby as well. Fuck. Okay, I gotta go mess with power in a different area. I don't know if I've just lucked out and not running into the monster here, or if it's just being patient. Where the hell is prong 2? Or, well, prong 1. Prong 1. Prong 1 is open. I just don't know where it is. Fuck it. Open them both up. Alright. Prong has been aligned. I think I'm safe to turn off prong 2 now. In terms of the door. What's this? This imaging. Ah, here's prong 1. Zoom it out, get some clarity, or zoom in, I don't know. Okay, this time around, I guess we were too zoomed out. Ah, it's back. Alright, I'm going the other way. I've got shit to do. No. Ah. I need all this extra power so I can get the echography going. Echography. I don't even think I actually need the archives one, to be honest, until like we're doing all this other stuff, but just in case. Alright, I'm gonna try something. There. Surely the monster can't get me in here when every door is closed. All right. Probe the moon. Find out what's happening with it. Okay. Proceed to the ripening and induction terminal immediately. You've got it. I'll try. Oh, the path. Oh, this is where I came in from, right? Or, well, this is similar. Yeah, just similar. The path. The path of infection, more like it. If all this EL9 gunk likes growing towards light, why isn't it on the surface of the moon?
Keep pushing forward.
Okay, voice in my head. I will push forward. But only because you said so, and not because I have any agency. And was already fucking doing it! Inject amniotic brine. Excuse me? Yes and yes? Into what? Myself? Or into the planet? Did I just make the moon pregnant? The canal is ready. Oh no. It's not like a birth canal, right? Am I being given birth back into the world as an infected monster? I'm just taking the chance to look around these halls in case there's maybe an alternate way here, but it doesn't seem like it. Oh, maybe everything's stabilized now. Maybe all the doors will be open for me. And therefore also open for the monster. Saving. All right. So now I should be able to reboot the archive, right? Nope, it's just inactive. Shit. I was not mentally ready for that. Oh, God. Press the button. You want me to press the button? All right. Well, you gotta steer my head a little bit. Hey! What's going on with you, little guy? You want to watch a video of your dead mom? Maybe this thing is actually Entity C rather than Entity A. It has been 10, 15 plus years, basically. Actually, more than that. 1978 to 1997, basically. It's been 19 years, give or take. Okay, well, as long as you're not going to chase me around anymore, I guess, and you don't stab me in the face with your whole hand, keep watching that video, I think. Everything's down. I'm ready. Send me into the canal. Ugh. I have to go forward. Keep moving forward. Together. Can I go back to the original base where things make somewhat of sense? I think I'm descending. I think things are actually getting worse. I'm going into the depths of this planet. Or I keep saying planet, the fucking moon. Oh, okay, alright, we got some automatic lights going on here. Is this it? The canal? Yeah, that doesn't look good for my personal health, but I guess I'm going into it to disappear like everybody else.
You've come so far. One final step.
It's like an eclipse. Oh no, I'm baby! Is that if that's the end of the game, I'm gonna be really, really pissed. Thank fuck. Okay. That felt like abstract, artsy ending kind of bullshit. I need another section. I want to go back to the main base. I want to deal with the robots again. Truly, honestly. That's what I came here for. Speaking of the robots, though, looks like we're back at the... For some reason, the ANS is down here. Oh, look, it's opening up. Oh, that's a person instead. Is that me? Wow.
Together. We begin anew.
I don't wanna.
Through me, you endure. Through you, I endure.
I think I could get by without becoming infected with a space fungus. I was enduring plenty before that. What the fuck is going on? Okay. 1999. 2025. Whoa, okay, that's a huge jump. What? December 5th, 2025. Lunar Containment and Recovery Program, Canal Expedition 1979. The objective was to recover data associated with the original Prism Canal expedition. The Prism Lunar Expedition, geological contractions within the site known as the Canal, operations continued until 1979 when everyone fucking died. In 1999, a Union Plaza Resort employee, John Cooper, reported the discovery of blank 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 operational irregularities. A software engineer sent to correct the automated security network entered the ward. Contraction events align with patterns from the original Prism Canal expedition and their escalating intensity. And this was 1999. Objectives, primary objectives: recover all Prism emission data and blank related to the canal, retrieve blank blank or irregular valve or value. Secondary objectives: indeterminate origin or unauthorized function. Do I get to play this out? The LCRP lunar touchdown at 2027 UTC, approximately 800 meters from the ward's airlock. Upon entry of the ward, the crew reported a dense concentration of particulate matter described as blank or pollen. At 2218, substantial interference. At 2352, complete telemetry loss. Those people are dead. The final transmission contained one image. Is it just that goddamn blooming flower? Okay, the growths on the moon are becoming more lush. They've got flowers, but flowers also means, you know, like they said, pollen, that they could spread. Chapter 1, Rebirth. Okay. What the fuck do you mean? Are you serious? I'm flabbergasted. I'm so annoyed. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be fucking joking. I'm giving it. Please, surely this guy be just a little more, please. Okay. Let's assume that's the end and talk about how I feel about this game. I think it's in a really awkward spot because they announced this game in 2012 and here we are 13 years later and this game was barely like 5 to 6 hours long. Add or subtract, give or take the time I was stuck on like puzzle shit. Or hiding from like the monster / the robots. And I just don't think it really pays off. I don't think it does anything close to paying off 13 years of waiting. And it really didn't feel like it told much at all. It felt like we just ended off at like the halfway point of the game, right? Like it felt like we were building up to something. I thought we were gonna do something really cool. I thought we were gonna do a genuine time skip of like 30 years and now we're like a different character. Basically like going further into the canal, finding out what happened to our original character, the software, the engineer. And then maybe you get to have like a cool little interplay with like more modern technology interfacing combined with like the old school retro cat stuff that we were doing throughout the game. But no, that's it. That's the end of the game. What the? Why is there even a save point there? If you want to watch our 2's ending again, you can go load right into the caves. That's crazy. What the fuck? I can't believe this. This is so... Okay. All right. This has been obviously a big letdown. I really liked the opening hours of the game. I really loved the first part of the game where like we're slowly unraveling things. We got the cat. We're dealing with like the robots. There's like a little bit of like a skill thing of having to hit the robot in the chest, and sometimes they'll have a chest plate or something. And all right, we're trying to shut down this AI, but there's a little bit of an underlying thing going on about like an infection. Things were really, really interesting up to that point. And that was about like 2 or 3 hours ish, right? And then for some reason at the halfway point of the game, they just went, okay, well now we got to explain the infection part. And it's like, well, not super much. You could have just kept us in the main base, right? You could have kept us in the main base and just developed that a little bit more. Maybe have some kind of crazy thing happen where like, all right, we rebooted the AI. And now there's like other monsters throughout the base, and now like, oh, the robots are getting also infected with this unknown space fungus, right? Like it doesn't have to be like the most original thing ever, but like just something more interesting in the overall long term than just like, oh, okay, well now you're in this other base, don't know how the fuck you got there. You got to unravel this whole other mystery that like, okay, was pretty like, it's one of those things where as soon as you're in there, like, oh, okay, the infection, the infection that was talked about in the other place took out this place. All right, how do I get out of here? And like, they like dangle like, ooh, the entity A and entity B, we discovered them, and it's so weird that we discovered them. Then they do like basically nothing with it besides being hunted by entity A throughout the whole section, and that was more annoying than anything. Like they try to jump scare you with the monster 3 different times basically, or like technically 2 times, and then the third time was more like you just getting dragged off a ladder, but I consider that also kind of like an attempt to jump scare you. I guess that was Entity A as well. It just magically teleported itself around the base to continue to harass you, and that was odd. I'll put it on me a little bit that I got stuck on that puzzle for like 50 minutes to an hour ish. Though I do think that puzzle did just really suck, and it didn't help that they literally would make the AI or the monster camp right outside the puzzle room and like with no cover to like let you just try the code, which I think is dumb. I think the main part of the puzzle was, finding all the puzzle pieces outside of the room where the monster's lurking, and then throwing in the numbers shouldn't be something where it's like, oh, whoops, the monster can see you while you're putting in numbers. Because then it just becomes what happened with me, where I basically have to like fucking hide in a corner for minutes at a time, waiting for the monster to fuck off, then putting in some more. And whoops, I had the wrong numbers, so I didn't know that. And there's no like real input besides just beep beep, number wrong. And then everything just doesn't pay off. Like I've already said, it felt like we ended off at a halfway point where things were about to become really interesting. We're like, okay, our character goes into the canal, cool shit happens, and then now we have to go back up into the more modern base and like maybe do more there. Right? Like I don't think we ever fully found out what happened with Kay. Maybe we did. The original security officer who hired us in the first place to shut down the AI that had kind of gone rogue. And like, to be fair to that AI, it was in the right. Like, it sucked. But like, I see why it killed fucking absolutely everybody. Yeah, that virus was super deadly, and if it spread to Earth, would probably literally kill every single person. And at that point, if you're not able to convey the lethality of the situation, I see why the idea what it did. Not right. Would have rather it like communicated like, oh yeah, hey, there's a deadly infection. Maybe some people can start to figure some things out, but this is what the situation is. Literally nobody can ever leave. Right? Like a fucking ship lands, it can't leave either. It's always going to be a one-way trip until the situation gets figured out. But instead, no, we fucked that up. And now people, many years later, which, the date that the ending says December 5th, 2025. I'm curious if that just follows your computer date, because, for me right now, it's December 5th. Actually, I guess for a lot of the world, it's now December 5th. But it could just be that, maybe in the future, it will always be December 5th, 2025 by the end of the game, because the game came out sort of in this area. I don't know. But that was disappointing. Especially, again, like I said at the very beginning, this is a game I've been like kind of keeping track of for a very long time. I loved the idea that it presented of being like, okay, you're in this creepy base, kind of stuck with like pseudo 80s tech, right? That alien level, like, okay, everything is like a shitty computer terminal that you got to deal with, and you had your neat little gun, and like somehow they just 13 years 13 years, you couldn't think of more? You couldn't have made a few more hallways for us to interact and like shoot things? I don't know. By the end of the game, we had shot more enemies than we did like puzzle solving with the tool in the first place, right? That's weird. And again, the robots, super short-lived, only like a few. God damn. I don't know. It's hard to like express everything I'm feeling for this. It's just, there's some parts I really, really like, and I wish we got more of that. If they had been like, hey, this is episode 1 of Routine, I probably wouldn't have fucking played it on launch because I hate playing episodic stuff. But man, I don't know. I hope this does get like a sequel that can pay off. I feel like this released just because it had been development hell for so long. They just needed to get something out and recuperate some level of finances. That's what this feels like. And it feels like Scorn for that, like just, okay, this game has been hyped up for 5, 6, 7+ years. Just throw it out there, even if it's not really like the best. And I'm sure some people really, really enjoy it. If what you care about is more of like the intrigue of the background story and like the stuff going on in the lore versus like the mechanics of playing through the place. But for me, big letdown. Mechanically, it's fine. Like the only thing I didn't like mechanically was like the just that dealing with the invisible monster for like that one puzzle. It was annoying. Everywhere else, it was fine. It was basically just like, okay, I just gotta try to avoid it, and if it does spot me, take a picture, run away, whatever. And I just would have been down for that to evolve into other places, especially with like the blacklight feature or other things. It feels like we get introduced to these things for like 1 or 2, 3 puzzles, and then that was really it, except for like technically the last place. But it's really hard to say that the security module upgrade to our cosmonaut assistance tool was really a puzzle solver, right? Like opening a door by looking at it with your gun and clicking on it isn't that much better than just pressing E to open the door. Not really a puzzle solving element at that point. Whereas like the shooting stuff and like the black light thing really fell off super hardcore in that last half. But all right, this is all right. I was seeing some people being like, oh, this is 9 out of 10. This is 10 out of 10. Those people, I don't know. Maybe if you're 7 years old and this is your first horror video game ever, I guess is how I feel. Then yeah, maybe it's like the best game ever. I've only ever played one video game. But this was all right. This was like a 7, 8 out of 10. I would rather go back and play Alien Isolation, which actually like went in the opposite direction. A game that I felt took it was like 16 plus fucking hours. I'd rather deal with that. I'd rather a game overstay its welcome and really like wear out its mechanics than barely stay. 7 hours. Not a lot for a 13-year development game, in my opinion. Power management system wasn't all of an issue. I agree with that either too. There really wasn't any like survival horror mechanic that was really like I wasn't really trying to manage my power all that much. In fact, sometimes I went out of my way a couple of times to use my power so I could grab a battery from the environment and fully refresh while feeling like I used my power appropriately. But I didn't even need to do that. There were so many batteries. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know. Either this game gets like an expansion or they'll do like a sequel where they'll like actually have things figured out. Because again, the mechanics are fine. The mechanics are fun. You've got something interesting here. You just have to make the actual content, right? Which is easier said than done. But like, there were plenty of things that you could do. It's just like a bunch of fucking hallways and like a monster that patrols it. Like, how hard is that to make something where we've got the entire fucking like the Amnesia series. Every single Amnesia game has happened in the time this game took to come out. That's a lot of hallways with monster stalking you, and you can't even like shoot them to disable them in those games. Jesus. But all right, that's routine. Bit of a letdown for all it is, but I think if you didn't keep track of this game and you just played this out of nowhere, it's really not that bad. It's like $22-24 depending on when you get it, and maybe it'll go on sale in the far future for far less. For that price, in that consideration, a $24 game that's 6 hours, that's kind of fine. And again, if they do like a sequel and they keep it in that vein, if you want to just keep on releasing $20 6-hour games that further explore the concept, cool with me. But otherwise, we've done space fungus things, and this one wasn't even like the most interesting version of space fungus. Even though like the intrigue was there, it's cool to go onto the moon and be like, what's going on here? Whoa, how did this get? We didn't even get any answers. We don't know what the hell the space fungus is. It's just there. What's it do? It makes flowers underground, and if you get near it, you die over the course of 30 days. And anybody else around you also dies over the course of 30 days. Okay, nuke the moon. That's my answer. Nuke the moon, burn that shit down. Nobody else goes to the moon forever. That's fine. But okay, that's routine. Hopefully you still enjoyed our little horror run through of this. And I guess I will see you all in the next Let's Play.